Hey everyone, it's Linda with What's Linda Cooking. Let's talk travel, budget travel actually, because my family and I love to travel. We put it as something that we don't want to get rid of because it's something that we make a lot of memories on. We see a lot of different places. We like to have that downtime of just relaxing and no one being able to get in touch with us because we're gone. We have done budget travel on cruises to Florida a lot, Disney. We have done so many different trips. We just went to Niagara Falls not too long ago with our daughter. So, Michael and I, especially, we always have that planned in. In fact, when we did our retirement planning, that was one of the things. We actually have a budget line in there that says, this is how much we want to spend every year on travel. And oh, by the way, we want to do a family vacation that we pay for and travel just the two of us. So it's something that we really want to do with our kids and just the two of us. So how do we do this? Because we've always made pretty much the median or maybe a hair above the median income. And we have traveled a lot over the past 30, I think we've been married 38 years. So over the last 38 and a half years, we have traveled a bunch, almost every year, and a lot of times twice a year. And part of it is that the company that I represent has an incentive travel every year. So we do tend to earn that most years. So we get that. But then we also pay for trips. So this is one of our trips. You're going to see a video of one of our trips that we have. But we have done trips that we've gone on cruises for probably Michael and I together. I think we normally pay less than $1,500 total for the two of us to go on a cruise. And I've paid for the entire family with 3 suites, not suites, but 3 rooms. And it was less than $4,000 for all of us for a week-long cruise. Well, that was with air and all of that. We have done Disney with, I think there were 5 of us. Yes, there were 5 of us. And we did it for a 5-day period, I believe. And I think that cost us less than $3,000. So we have done some traveling and we kind of know how to do it on a budget because we don't want to not do it. So this is our latest trip. We went to Florida and you're going to see the accommodations. You're going to see how I do this. And I want to preface this by saying, I think this cost us about less than $1,000 for 4 days, 3 nights. And there were 3 of us. And my daughter's friend Thomas came along in the last day. And I think it was less than $1,000, I think, for us to go. And how this trip came about was my daughter likes to go down to Disney for her birthday. We got Spirit for, I think, $50 round trip. I think it was $50 round trip. And it got canceled. And so we had to reschedule. And it was like they canceled that flight. That's why. And so I think there was no crew or something like that. And so sometimes that happens when you do using a budget airline. Sometimes that just happens. And so we had to reschedule. We paid a little bit more. I think it was they gave us $50. They gave us our money back and $50 voucher. So that we had $100 going into it, $50 extra. So I think it cost us another $50. So probably $100 round trip for our air. Cost us $149 for our condo. And here's why. My daughter said, I'm going down anyways for my birthday. I'm paying for the hotel. 2 days later, I got a call from Hilton Vacations. And they said, hey, if you book one of our places in Orlando, if you book it, we're going to give you 3 nights, 4 days at in a 1-bedroom condo. And I said, great, I'm going to try it. It's $149. They said, you have to listen to a presentation. It's going to be 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And so, and then we're going to get $100 gift card. And we did. We got $100 gift card, which we haven't even used, I don't think, yet. So that's what we signed up for. And when I made the reservations, I said, by the way, can I have a 2-bedroom? And they said, yes, you can. So we stayed at Mystic Dunes in, I think it's Celebrations. And I'm going to show you the condo. And it was $149 plus then we got a $100 gift card to use if we wanted to go out. And so we ended up going there. My daughter went to Disney. She is an annual pass member. That does not count in this vacation because she's going to be one anyways. She went there. We went to Disney Springs because my husband and I like to walk around Disney Springs. And we like to go to Disney Springs. So we did that. But most of the time we sat by the pool. We relaxed. And that's what we did. We went to see her friend Thomas. He manages a great restaurant. We went there and we were going to pay for dinner for him and us, and he ended up paying for it. And that was really nice, not even expected, because we had the $100 gift card we were going to use and then supplement it with us. But no, he ended up paying with it. For it, and then he came with us and stayed the night with us also, the last night. So that is how we did it. I'm going to say the whole thing was less than $1,000, and this was accommodations. And when you see the accommodations, you're going to, they're really nice. And we went to Walmart for shopping. I should have done a video from my Walmart haul, but I did not. We ended up getting a roasted rotisserie chicken because it's nice and easy for lunches. We did some barbecue pork ribs, and I remember them being under $5 for the pork ribs. And then I got barbecue sauce. I got snacks. I got creamer for iced coffee because they had coffee and tea at the place. We got breakfast stuff like a dozen eggs, and we got hash browns and bacon, and I'm trying to think of what else we got. We got some things to drink and stuff like that. So we got a lot of stuff. It probably cost me about $100 just for the shopping, and then whatever we did not eat, we gave to Thomas. Normally, when I'm at a hotel or a condo and I have extra food, I leave a note for the staff, the cleaning staff, and say, just please, this is the food that we have left. Please take it if you can use it, or give it to somebody who could use it. So, because normally we have some eggs, and sometimes I hard boil them and bring them with me on the plane. Don't eat them on the plane. Everybody's going to hate you because hard boiled eggs kind of smell. But in the airport, I'll eat them. So this is and when I say it was $1,000, I'm talking like totally in. We're talking the rental car, the gas, the going up to, we're in Logan. So going up to Logan and parking at Braintree Express, taking the bus in, all of that cost, I'm saying was probably $1,000, maybe a little less than $1,000. I'm being generous. I think it was less than $1,000. That all in, that's how much it costs. And I don't think that that's a bad deal for 4 days, 3 nights, and we were there for a good, it felt like a nice getaway. And I do liked this Mystic Dunes place, so much so that when they called us up the next day, the day we were leaving, and said, since you didn't buy, because we're not, you can do the same deal again. It's going to be $199 for 4 days, 3 nights. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it because I'm going to also bring the grandchildren next time and maybe extend it a little bit. So I'm going to show you what we did from airport to seeing the place. Hey everyone, it's Linda with What's Linda Cooking. I am going on vacation, and we are on Spirit for a budget vacation. It originally cost us $99, I think, round trip, but they canceled our flight. Now we got another one for $150, so yeah, just a little bit more, and it's delayed. But when you're doing budget travel, sometimes this happens. Most of the time with Spirit, we are fine, but sometimes this happens. We did get to the airport really early because they said TSA lines were very long, not at Logan, because we just walked right in. There was absolutely no line. My daughter came in a little bit later. No line for her either, so we are good and we are just waiting. I'm going to show you my hotel and the deal I got there too. Here's our apartment that we had for 4 days, 3 nights. 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment that could sleep about 8 people because the couch will sleep 2, the main bedroom was 2, and then the other bedroom was 2 double beds, so 4 people in there. It came with a full washer and dryer, so that was nice. I was able to wash my clothes before we left, and then a fully equipped kitchen. The only thing that they did not have in the kitchen was a sheet pan. I would have liked a sheet pan, but they did have glass pans. So we were able to make a breakfast every morning, which was great, saved us a lot of money. We got some hash browns, we got some bacon and so forth, and we had our coffees and all of our drinks and all of that. So that saved us a lot of money. There was a Walmart down the street, or I could have done Walmart delivery, but I decided to actually go to Walmart. We also got, I believe, yes, I remember we got a fully rotisserie chickens. We had that. We had barbecued pork ribs and that sort of thing for dinners. So we didn't have to go out for that many meals. We also were able to pack lunches by the pool. Speaking of the pool, this is one of the pools. There were 4 pools in this location, and this was the one that was closest to where our condo was. And it was nice just to sit by there. Then they also had a kids' pool with a big water slide and all of that. And they had snacks and things like that that you could buy. We did have to go to a presentation, which was only about 90 minutes. That was it. And we did go to Disney, but not in the parks. Michael and I do like Disney Springs, so we went to Disney Spring. And of course, I love my iced coffee in the morning, so I was able to make coffee every single morning. Then they also had snacks at the presentation, so we ended up with some of those. And again, I just sat and enjoyed myself with a book. We went to Disney Springs. We got some great gluten-free cookies. Michael got regular cookies. And of course, I loved this mug, but no, I did not buy it because I'm too thrifty. That was our vacation. So let me know, would you do a timeshare type thing like we did and save some money? The reason why we got this, we had stayed at a timeshare last June. It was called Orbits, but we didn't do with a presentation. We just booked it. We were going to Disney with an incentive trip, wanted to extend 2 nights, and saw it on like an Expedia or hotels.com or something, Kayak, something like that. And I booked it with them, and it was less than $100 a night, and it was a 2-bedroom condo. They upgraded this to a 2-bedroom condo instead of a 1-bedroom. And so when they had called me, I said, you know what? I am going to try it because I liked Orbits and I'm going to try it. This one is so much bigger than Orbits, the Mystic Dunes, but it was worth the 90 minutes. It was probably less than that presentation that we went. I am going to do full disclosure. There were people who were there longer than 2 hours. And I said, I think they looked at Michael and I and they asked us, do you vacation? And I said, yes, we vacation a lot. And they said, how do you vacation? I said, incentive trip and I budget. And so they kind of knew that we weren't going to buy their timeshare. And so they let us go. And so I don't know if that's going to be the next time. Who knows? I might have a totally different perspective. But would you do a timeshare if you just a presentation to get a 2-bedroom? They had 3 bedrooms, but 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for 3 nights, 4 days at a location. Would you do it for $149 or $199? Paid off big for us, so let us know. This is Linda with What's Linda Cooking. Don't forget to subscribe. I do a lot of low-cost cooking and low-cost ideas. That's my whole thing, and it has served us for our 38 and a half years of being married and heading into retirement soon. My husband is almost there and doesn't want to retire yet, so he's keeping it on going. And I'm just doing my thing too. So this is Linda. Subscribe, share, comment. I'd love to hear. Bye for now.